Welcome to the channel, guys, and we got a vlog on the Cobalt. Starting out, I got to change the front tire or front wheel and tire here, basically because when I bought this, there's a huge hump right here, if you can see that. So I'm assuming there's a belt tour in the tire, and it came with a full-size spare, so I figured I'm just gonna throw this one on. And this one actually has a belt tour a little somewhere on it too. I just seen it earlier. But yeah, right there, there's a little bit of a hump, but it's nowhere near as bad as this one. So it's gonna need new tires at some point anyway, so this is just kind of to get me by for now. But aside from that, today we are going to tackle changing the shift boot, because that one is absolutely horrible and it's like flaking apart and everything. So gonna take care of that, and we're gonna put in an O2 sensor in the exhaust, because I think the one that's in there isn't working. I had a check engine light code come on the other day, and it has a rough idle, and we checked the code and it came up as a heated O2 sensor. So I'm gonna try and just replace that for the time being, just to get me by, because like I said, it's gonna get a lot of changes, so I'm not trying to spill a whole lot of money in it as far as getting it to run perfect now, because I'm gonna be changing everything up. So this is just so I can, and it's drivable right now, it's a little annoying. So we're gonna try that and see what happens with that. So we're gonna change the O2 sensor and change the shift boot on the inside, and I think the car is locked, and it is. I think I have a key for it. Whoops. So as you can see, this shift boot's pretty crappy and looks like shit. So we're gonna change that and the O2 sensor. So we're gonna take the blue beauty over there and go get an O2 sensor. So it definitely helps if you're not an idiot and let your wallet at your house. So now I have to turn back around and go get it. Stupidity. Just plain stupidity. All right, so we got the other wheel and everything on here. It was kind of quick to do that, but anyway, I picked up an O2 sensor, which hoping that it works and fixes the issue. Like I said, we did have a scan tool on it, and it popped up saying that the O2 sensor. So either way, picked one up, gonna replace it, because the one down there really doesn't look like it's in that good a shape anyway. So hopefully it comes out of the exhaust. So we're gonna give it a shot and see if we can get it out, and then a new one in, test run it, see if it makes a difference, and then we will get on the shift boot. So unfortunately, the O2 sensor is not gonna be going in today. Reason being, I had it jacked up, everything, got the old one out, opened the new one, put it out, taking it out of the box, and the plugs were completely different. So I got to looking at everything, and there is a cluster of wires and everything that was under the dash. So basically, long story short, they have a wideband O2 sensor in there, and so obviously the stock one won't work for the harness. But the real kicker is the wideband that's in there, and it's just a bunch of a freaking cluster of shit underneath the dash here. There's all these wires and everything hanging, and basically it's not connected to the ECU at all. So therefore, the O2 sensor that's in the exhaust system now, even if it were working, it's not doing a dang thing, because it's not hooked up to the ECU, so it's not telling the computer how much fuel. It's not giving the computer any information at all. So one, that's why it's running rich, and two, that's why the rough idle is going on, because the computer has no clue what to do. It has no idea how much fuel to put in, so it's just dumping fuel. So basically I gotta get a wideband sensor, or an O2 sensor. Just gonna get all new, harness everything, and then I'm gonna have to basically wire it in again and go from there. So either way, that's where that stands. So I have to return the old sensor, or the new sensor I should say. I didn't open it out of the bag, so I can still return that. So basically it's just gonna be installing the shift boot now at this point. So maybe that'll go a little better. All right, so what you wanna do is you wanna pop off the top of the shifter knob, because this isn't a regular screw-on shift knob. And you pop the top off, and then you have that screw right there, which is a stupid star bit, and you pop that off, and then you'll be able to pull out the knob. And right away, I'm just gonna pop this out. These are just held in by clips, and you can see the boot is stapled all the way around. The trim piece, there's like a little plastic frame inside of this. So I'll get a Torx, or whatever you want to call it, star bit, for that, get that out, and then remove the assembly. And so once you have the right size star bit that you need, you can go ahead and unscrew that screw. And this is an extreme pain. Do this. And there we have the shifter knob off. And in my case, it took quite a bit of force to get it off, so it might in yours too. And then you want to just take off that spring, set that aside, pull out the foam, set that aside, and then you can pull off the entire assembly. And this is basically the reverse lock. And then now what you can do is we're gonna have to pull all these staples off so I can get the old cover off of here. See, as you can see there's a zip tie right there which was holding it around the collar here. So I cut that, pulled that off, and now I can remove the staples. And once you get all the staples out, then you can go ahead and peel off the shit, toss it over, and now you're ready for the new shift boot. All right, so we got the new shift boot in there, and it's kind of retarded, which that string's probably gonna come out. Either way, that's in there. I didn't actually have to staple it because it has like an elastic band around the outside and it was really tight. So I didn't worry about doing anything with that. Now we just have to assemble everything again. And then once you have everything back together, which it was kind of easier for me to put everything back together. I ended up pulling the boot back off, like with the trim piece or the plastic piece, and pulled everything back off, put everything back together with the within the shifter assembly, and then basically slid the boot and everything back down over everything. And it does this, and this particular one is supposed to be a universal one, so it has Velcro and it has these shoelace looking things. So I wrapped them around in the groove in there, and then I tied them on this other side, and then I'm gonna cut them off so you're not even gonna be able to tell they're there. And then you just, once I screw that fast, which I have it started but I just didn't tighten it yet, then you can put your trim piece back in, and then you're pretty well done. All right, so there you have it. And we want to make sure that the reverse lock thing is still operational, which it is, and everything works properly. So there you go, there you have it, there you go. That's how you install a shift boot. How to on a Cobalt SS, obviously. Now, to be a little different on other applications, because like I said, this isn't just a regular screw on shift knob. This is kind of has splines and everything, and with the reverse lock, so it's kind of a screwy setup. It's a little different, but you can still do it, just a little bit more time consuming. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe and be sure to share the video also, and check out some of the other videos. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Have a great day.